Hey, what is up y'all? Welcome back to a new episode of Building Your Comments. In today's episode, we're starting things off with a blazing fire like those in Canada. A little fire never hurt anybody. Anyways, in this episode, we're doing a request by the Extreme Nathan, and of course, the comment asks us to build a build that represents good versus evil. And as such, I decided to go ahead and build an evil castle. Of course, I didn't actually get to finish it all completely because I am feeling a little bit under the weather today, so I decided, you know what, I'll do part of it today and I'll do the other part next time. I think it'll be a better way to do it, in my opinion. As I always come back to, as a word of advice, I always recommend that y'all take breaks while you're building, otherwise you can get burnt out or have feelings of not wanting to do builds. I have reached this today because I just was kind of tired after I woke up this morning. I did not get a good night's rest, and that ended up having me feel like, you know what, I don't really want to build today. I just kind of felt out of it. So as such, I just decided, let's split up this build into multiple parts and have my creativity re-energized by the next time. I'll be able to look at this with a new eye and see which parts I didn't like, so I don't have any regrets when it comes back to looking at this in the future. I want to be able to look at this and feel proud of building a castle, which I never do in Minecraft. I've done it a few times, but they were never really castles and more just giant symmetrical buildings. I wanted to go a little bit more out of my comfort. Okay, so as for explaining what I've done in this build, I don't really know how to explain it. I just kind of started off with a bunch of shapes, rectangles and whatnot, and tried to figure out what I wanted. I know in a lot of images I've seen of castles, there's always like this huge building with a really nice pointed roof. I don't know what they're called, but I'm pretty sure they're probably part of like a cathedral or something within the castle, and I always love the look of it. So I decided, you know what, let's throw one of those in there. We're having a nice little gatehouse in the front, and eventually when I get back to building this, I'm going to work on the right side of this build, which is going to have things such as some of the walls, maybe a bed chamber, I don't know, maybe even a throne room, I'm not really sure yet. We're going to have to see where it goes once I get there. A big problem with the build right now is that it is so undetailed. There is nothing to detail it and make it look good. Right now it's just a basic shape that I have yet to actually give life to. And I tried to fix that a little bit to make it look at least a little bit better by adding in some of that moss and leaves that I've been doing in a lot of my other builds. It helps quite a bit, but it's still not enough to change it. So basically in the future, I'm going to have to work on this a lot to make it better. And also I have to actually work on the good part of this build, so we'll get to that in a future episode. So for now, let's just show what I've done so far. We have worked a little bit on some of the castle walls to figure out some of the design for the sides. We've worked on the gatehouse, which I'm definitely going to come back to and design a little bit better. We've worked on some of the cathedral, which, of course, like I said, needs to be a little bit worked on. We have not done all that much work on this build. We have a lot of textures we need to give. We need to make it look more, I guess, we need to add some shadows to make it look more realistic. By doing that, the build will look a lot better in my opinion. Of course, I do enjoy the vines. I'm going to have to work on that a little bit more by adding some string to prevent it growing all the way down to the floor, as that could be a problem. But yeah, anyways, thank you all for watching the episode. Hope you enjoyed. So, yeah, if you liked the video, hit the like button. It's free, helps me out greatly, as well as subscribing, because it helps me know that you like my content. Anyways, hit that little bell if you want to be notified of exactly when I post my episodes, so you can be one of the first people to watch it. And of course, thank you for watching. Have a good one.